Hello, this is Pandemic Side Effects, Positivity Through Play.
Can this long, extended season of suffering have any positive side effects? We're going to look at that as we get into things a little bit today. Hi, I'm Dr. KP McKee, founder and executive director of A Spacious Place Creativity and Spirituality Center.
And I am Dr. Ariel McKee. I do reading, writing, and silly things. Some for professional reasons, some as a hobby.
What a great segue in today's.
I thought so. I am a master of segues.
I always knew that about you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you've had this experience, but during times when we're ill, I have had this experience of increased gratitude for my loved ones, for medical professionals, and for medicine that helps me feel better. And then after I have been ill and I'm beginning to feel better, I have this increased ability and delight in savoring just the feeling of wellness and in my body and the taste of good food at last, and the ability to bring healing air into my lungs. And so even when things are rough, as they are right now, whether we actually have COVID or whether it's just all the constraints that are being visited on us because of COVID, we can look and perhaps find some positivity in that.
So today we're going to think about whether this season of suffering has any positive side effects and what those might be, not to discount the suffering, but to see what sort of positive things have been brought from it. And I'm sure anyone who is seeing this has access to the internet and therefore has seen at least one or two hilarious memes that just gave you the boost you needed.
Yeah, because that kind of joy strengthens us for the hard things that we are dealing with. And I've seen evidences of some positive things in the midst of this hard thing, some good side effects. I've seen families out walking together and enjoying each other's company. I know because I buy arts and craft supplies for what we do, they're often sold out because people are at home creating. I've seen blow-up pools in front yards and lots of sidewalk art and people out doing landscaping in their yards.
And I've also gotten to meet more of my neighbors. And there was one time when I was walking where a family had clearly collected and painted rocks, and you could tell some were painted by adults and some by children. And then they had just left them for people to be surprised by as they were walking, kind of slightly hidden and then a pop of color. And it was delightful.
Yeah. So you were gonna talk a little bit about what play is.
Thank you. So our definition of play for today from dictionary.com is to exercise or employ oneself in diversion, amusement, or recreation, or recreation, depending on how you want to parse that word.
Yeah.
And play is...
It's hopeful. If we're in a playful mood, there's a natural hopefulness to that. It's healthful and it's necessary for all ages. I know that a lot of language has been around play being kid stuff, and that it also that just says there's something less than about children, which is patently not true. Children are full adults with the full human experiences from day one and need to be respected as such. That said, we never outgrow the need to play because it is restorative and it's built into our needs as human beings. So we got together and came up with some ideas for pandemic playtimes. And we would like to share ours with you. And as always, we would love to hear back from you. You may have some things that you have done that you have found fun, restorative, and nourishing that you would share with us, and we would love to hear that. So we will just get the ball rolling, so to speak, and then we will hope to hear back from you at some point in time. So the first one is play by making a play list. And we wanted to share some of our favorite tongue-in-cheek songs with you for the pandemic time. So I will start off with Don't Stand So Close to Me.
I will do the safety dance.
All by myself.
I want to be sedated.
Walk away.
Rise up, Andrew Day.
Should I stay or should I go?
Everyone's question before going to the grocery store. And then, of course, Huey Lewis's I Want a New Drug. So that is our pandemic playlist in the making. Please send us any suggestions, humorous or encouraging, that you have. We also like to embrace the silly by stealth googly-eyeing objects around the house and then leaving them for people to find. So, for example, you could turn an ordinary salt shaker into your new friend who looks to me a bit like a Herbert. This is Ruthie, who is very good at play. Or a potato might become a spudtacular buddy in this time. And then hairbrush buddy. And last but certainly not least, oral hygiene never looked so cute.
Is his name Oral Hygiene?
Yes, it is.
And something else that we've been enjoying doing and seeing is chalk art out on the sidewalk. And we've been creating some, and it's also a great way to send a message about things that you think are important that you want to take a stand on.
Yeah, and it's helpful for you to be able to express your voice, and it's a way to leave encouragement for people, to let people know that they're seen, or as my mom said, to stand up for something that matters and to declare publicly that we need a change in a certain direction, or there's something that you're working with other people to bring about. And these hard times show us kind of what we're made of, and sometimes that can be hard, but it also gives us an opportunity to see that as we get to know our neighbors, we care about our neighbors and we can fight for our neighbors, and even when things are dark, there's joy.
And we just posted one of our chalk art creations on Instagram, so we'd love for you to go take a look at that.
You can also try out a new look. So if you've always wanted to try out bright green hair, why not do it now? If you want to try a new, Ruthie is really joining in today. If you want to try a new haircut, worst thing that could happen is you just have to wait for it to grow out, and everyone else is dealing with hair things. So why not have fun and experiment?
And one of my favorites is, and I checked this out on Instagram, but you can also, there are, I think, 3 books of El Arroyo signs. And it is hilarious and snarky, and I look forward to it every day. So for those of you who may not be Austinites, El Arroyo is a restaurant here in Austin that posts on its marquee really hilarious stuff. And where they come up with it, I'm so impressed by them. So it's EL space ARROYO, El Arroyo. And then we wanted, you were going to talk about parodies.
Oh, yes. We also are really loving the other people on the internet who are doing parodies of songs that talk about what we're all going through with the pandemic, give us hope, or just companion us in our suffering. So we're going to include a link to a fairly fantastic one that takes the song One Day, or One Day More, depending on the soundtrack you're listening to, from Les Mis and reworks it for getting through quarantine, and we'll add that to
It's
the
there.
YouTube comment box.
And these are people I want to know.
Yes,
I want to journey across the pond to meet these people
they are
When
clearly
it's clear.
awesome.
when it's okay to
Yes,
do that.
yes, safely.
Not right now.
Skype.
Yes. And the last thing we wanted to share with you all was we put together a video called Cheery Greetings While Physically Distancing because, first of all, we prefer the term physically distancing to socially distancing because we are social animals as human beings and we need social connection. So we kind of put our humor hats on and created this, and we hope that it brings you joy because making it brought us a lot of joy. So we hope that this has brought a smile to your face. It certainly has ours. And we will be back with more positive side effects next Sunday, July the 19th. And yes, it's all running together.
I know. Time has ceased to have meaning.
And if you like this, we hope you will say so on on Facebook, and you can also rewatch on Facebook, YouTube, or on our website, www.aspaciousplace.com. And we also have a prayer wall on there. If you would like to post a prayer, you can do so anonymously, and we will pray with you. And our ongoing camp is still available. And if you'd like to register your child, first grade or older, for that, we would love to have them join us via the internet. So let's close with prayer. Thank you, God, for laughter. It brings us strength and joy and makes us more human. Amen.